All right, sir, I'm detecting a bit of an attitude, and I've had a bit of problem with you all day long. I'd suggest you kind of take a deep breath and try to get rid of the attitude, because then if you don't, you may cause me to have to get an attitude too. So,
Well, likewise, take that deep breath. Do the same thing. You know what I mean?
excuse me?
I said same. Do the same thing. Take that deep breath. Gumstraba.
All right, Mr. Phillips, do you know what my title is?
I do, but that doesn't give you the right to belittle me or anybody else in your court. You
All
know, we
right,
have a
I am finding your conduct contemptuous because you're interfering and disrespecting the process and the court. You are hereby fined for direct contempt of court, $100 cash payable in 1 week to the clerk of the district court.
That's fine.
And if I have any more problem with you, it's going to go up a little bit more. And if I have any more problem with you, you can go to jail over it.
I know this is being recorded, so I would like a copy of this because I'm going to take this to an attorney. That's fine.
$500 cash for direct court, and I am ordering you to surrender yourself by 2:30 today to the Butler County District Court.
I cannot do that.
Well, then I'll send the sheriff out to get you.
You have been delaying the court the whole time.
All right, I've given you my order. Disconnect him from the call. He better be here. The sheriff will go out.
I will not be there.
You refuse to tell me your address?
It is none of your business. You will be informed through my attorney.
Check this out, because today we're back in Judge Webster's courtroom, where William Wayne Phillips, a man who spent an entire Zoom hearing smoking, eating, and openly defying a judge, is now facing the consequences. Before the main case starts, he's already earning a $100 contempt fine for firing back at Judge Webster when she simply asked him to calm down. She warns him. It goes higher. Jail is possible. She orders him to appear in person at 2:30 p.m. He tells her flat out on camera he won't be there. When she asks where he lives, he says it's none of her business. Judge Webster gave him every chance to de-escalate. He chose confrontation every time, and that's going to cost him.
I think we're ready for William Wayne Phillips and Attorney Zolotor.
Okay, let me get them in here.
All right, thank you. All right, we are on the record in 2024 TR 1376, State of Kansas versus William Wayne Phillips. Please announce appearances.
Jared McGee on behalf of the state.
Okay, please, court. Mr. Williams appears in person with counsel Kevin Zolotor.
This matter is set for bench trial today, and Mr. Regier, I see, has subpoenaed Trooper Andrew Lieber, who has been with us since 1:30. Now then, Mr. Zolotor, does your client still wish to exercise his right to a trial?
No, Your Honor, we're requesting a continuance.
And for what reason?
We were just recently retained, I think, a few weeks ago.
Well, this case originated with some kind of traffic stop May 21st of 2024.
Now the actual case opens. Phillips is charged with speeding, 86 and a 65, and driving while suspended with a prior conviction, a Class A misdemeanor. His attorney Zolotor immediately requests a continuance, saying they were recently retained. Judge Webster lays out the full timeline. Traffic stop in May 2024, first appearance in August, 2 more judges in September. Every single time, Phillips promised he was hiring a lawyer. Now it's November, and the attorney only entered an appearance October 24th. 6 months, 3 judges, still not ready. Then the real problem surfaces. The prosecution never sent discovery to the defense. The only communication about it happened the evening before trial. Judge Webster had dealt with this exact issue before and calls it out directly. She grants the continuance but draws a firm line. This is the last one. Trial is set. Both sides carry blame here. Phillips ran the clock, but the prosecution's discovery failure made the delay almost unavoidable. Judge Webster handled it right, but her frustration was completely earned, and what came next would explain exactly why that frustration had been building for months.
All right, now the defendant was found in contempt multiple times and still wouldn't quit disrespecting and disobeying the court until eventually he was ordered to reappear later the same day in person at 2:30 p.m. He told me he wasn't going to. He wouldn't tell me where he lived, where he worked, blatantly refused to answer any questions of his whereabouts or anything I asked of him. He continued to smoke during the Zoom, even though he'd been told not to. He continued to eat and take an enormous amount of drinks. And he continued to get in and out of his truck and walk around the job site, take his hard hat on, take it off, walk all about, all during other defendants' hearings. And then when his case was called, that's when he started becoming blatantly verbally disrespectful and telling the court how to do its job and not do its job. Throughout the docket, he was highly disrespectful and disruptive. He would talk over the court. He would make rude, personal, insulting, and disrespectful comments about and to the court.
Judge Webster doesn't move forward without putting everything on record. The August 14th hearing was a disaster. He racked up $500 in contempt fines, was ordered to appear in person at 2:30 that day, didn't show, told to pay the fines, didn't pay. Judge Rickey gave him one more week in September, still nothing. Judge Lee saw him after that and left the contempt for Judge Webster to handle. Now it's November and that money is still sitting unpaid. Phillips then delivers an apology, says he was under stress working long hours out of town and that everything came out in the wrong place. It sounds genuine enough. But Judge Webster points out that the day started badly before court even began. Phillips had called the clerk that morning saying he wasn't coming. 3 judges, clear instructions each time. 3 times he did exactly what he wanted. That's not confusion, that's a pattern. And Judge Webster had watched it long enough to know.
At a later date. But right now I want to focus on his contempt of court, where he has not paid the $500. That's another act of contempt, and is not appearing as he told me he wasn't going to do and didn't, even though I ordered it. So let's start with why he hasn't paid, followed by why he didn't follow my order to appear. Counsel?
Well, first, Your Honor, I do know that he would like to apologize to you if you'd allow him to do that. And he doesn't have an explanation that's going to justify his conduct, nor is he going to try to. But I know he wants to apologize. I mean, the money's one thing. He doesn't have a lot of money, but his conduct is something he can control no matter what. I do, if you allow him the opportunity to address you, I think we'd like to start there if that's okay with Your Honor.
Well, normally I appreciate a kind apology, but frankly, I'm not sure it's going to be sincere, and I don't want it unless it's sincere, Mr. Zolotor. I sense if he makes an apology, it's going to be because his attorney told him that he needs to do that.
Well, Your Honor, I would throw it at your feet, let him apologize, and whether you find it sincere or not, I mean, I can't make that judgment for you. I think you know that, but I'm not trying to speak for you. I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to do other than let him. I mean, I will stand away and let him make his remarks.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Phillips.
I would just like to say I am very sorry for my actions that day. Again, me apologizing doesn't give my actions justification in any means or in any grounds. I disrespected you, your court, your officer here, the DA, and I've been under a lot of stress working out of town, very many hours with very little pay, and there's no excuse for it. More bad things happening combinedly, and it all came out in the very wrong place, wrong time with the wrong person. And I am very sincere in my apology. It's not, when all this happened, I wanted to apologize. And even if you go ahead and read the other cases, when the other judge sentenced me when I was in Butler County, I was even apologizing then. I think I had the same district attorney there where I was trying to apologize, at least to you, if not to you, to someone that can actually hear the apology without someone sitting next to me trying to say, maybe he had, someone tell him to do it or whatever. I'm very sorry. I mean, my actions are out of line and there is no excuse for it. I'm truly sorry for disrespecting you personally and the court as well.
If this case already has you hooked, you're in the right place. Like and subscribe to Court with Mia. I cover the most epic, jaw-dropping court cases you won't believe are real.
Well, I think the whole day of August 14th started off bad because I have a note that before court even, you had called one of the clerks and informed her you weren't coming to court because you were working in Independence, Kansas. And she explained to you that you could appear by Zoom and gave you the codes. And we weren't sure based on your conversation that you were going to appear, but you did appear by Zoom, and then the rest of it went from there. So why did you not, well, strike that, you still have not paid the $500, and no matter how sorry you are, your conduct was outrageous, and it's not going to be just excused. You've had since August 14th to pay that. You gave me the impression that you were a powerful employee of a well-to-do company and you were making good money, that you emphasized you were the supervisor. And you showed me by walking around that you did have a crew there. Now you're saying you're underpaid. Are you going to offer the underpayment as justification for not following my order or Chief Judge Ricky's to get that paid?
She's asking why you have it.
No, Your Honor. When we were in court that day, you said I had to pay it or do 3 days in jail. And that's the whole reason. I mean, if you go back in the Zoom videos,
That was that your understanding?
that was my understanding. That was my sincere understanding. So when I went back in front of that judge, I was asking the same questions, like, do I still have to pay this, or what's going on? Because it was 3 days, I did 6. I just don't understand. And he said, we're gonna let you decide that, because I'm still willing to pay it, but my understanding.
Excuse me, sir, that is what the third judge said. Chief Judge Ricky told you September 11th, you would pay it within 1 week. He didn't give you any jail time. And I don't think I did either, because I told you to be here that day at 2:30 and you didn't show up or pay. So I don't buy that you misunderstood and that somewhere are you saying you think you paid it because you got arrested and had to serve a little time before the judge saw you?
Well, yeah, I thought it was like.
So you not only misunderstood me, you misunderstood Chief Judge Ricky when he said you pay that $500 within the week. Is that a yes? Is that a no?
Well, I didn't know if I was waiting to see if I could. Well, yes, because it was the 5, and then he said something about $1,000, and I wasn't even asking then. I'm confused.
After the back and forth, the attorney steps in. He points out Phillips served 6 days in jail, more than the 2-day minimum for the suspended driving charge. He argues that's a bigger consequence than the $500 fine itself. It's a reasonable point. But Judge Webster isn't counting jail time as payment for a court-ordered fine. She allows a $200 payment that day, with the remaining $300 due by December 13th, 2024. She holds off on the separate contempt charge for failing to appear back in August, saying she'll watch how Phillips behaves going forward. One last chance, basically. Then in a telling moment, Judge Webster asks Phillips why he's suddenly willing to share his employer information, something he'd flat out refused in every prior hearing. He answers without resistance this time. Small detail, but it says a lot. The attorney is clearly having an effect. Phillips deserves credit for showing up with counsel and making some effort. But the payment situation is hard to defend. Months passed, he had an O bond to help him and multiple warnings. Judge Webster's final arrangement was genuinely generous. Phillips needs to recognize that.
And Your Honor, I certainly can help him understand the situation. I can tell the court that he's done 6 days, which wasn't part of the order. It was money, and he's done 6 days, which I think is, a bigger sanction than $500. He's certainly telling me, and I know he's got someone here with him, that they can get that paid and they will pay it. It was, you can judge this as sincerity, judging it. Doesn't sound like you're buying it. That's fine. I understand that. But this all resulted from his behavior that day. And I hope at least I did find that sincere, but maybe you don't, of the way his conduct, and he can't excuse that. The money, it sounds like he was confused whether you buy that or not. I don't know. But he did do 6 days on a driving while suspended case that normally carries a 2-day minimum. And that's, well, yeah, but actual serve time normal anyways.
All right, we won't get into that. Okay. Well, I think it's clear that I ordered him to pay $500, and it is well past the date he was to pay it. I think it's clear Judge Ricky told him to pay it. It's not what he thinks, it's what the judge says. So is he going to pay that today, counsel?
He does not have $500 today. It doesn't sound like.
I could pay something.
Can you pay anything?
I could pay something.
Well, you're able to pay a pretty prestigious attorney there, and you're able to talk the judge into giving you a $1,000 OR bond so that you can pay it, and you still haven't paid it. I question your sincerity if you intend to pay it. I thought somebody was implying you had someone there to help you pay it.
No, I was talking. If you can give me a second, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor, I'm being told they can make a $200 payment today.
And the other
And then
30?
they can pay that within, if you give them 30 days, they'd have the other 300 paid off.
The time he spent in jail was for failing to appear at a designated court date. It doesn't address necessarily any subsequent contempt. I will allow him to pay the $200 today with the remaining $3 to be paid in full by what date did we give him? February? I'm not giving that long. Within 30 days, he must have the $300 paid in full. That means it must be paid by December 13th, 2024, or I will find him in further contempt. And then I want to address his failure to follow my instructions to appear at the courthouse later that day. I will hold off on that issue until I see how he behaves from this day forward on this case and whether he pays as ordered. And this is the last one. He's going to be doing more contempt jail time if he doesn't get that paid as ordered in 30 days.
Understood.
Okay. So apparently he will stay out on his $1,000 OR bond that he convinced Judge Ricky to issue if he had that paid within a week. And he didn't. Anything else, counsel, that we need to address?
Not for purposes of today's hearing, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Phillips, are you still employed by that same company?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, why don't you tell me that since you wouldn't before?
Yes, ma'am. The same people that are doing your guys' water system here.
Okay. And where are you living now?
Uh,
Oh, stop. You're on YouTube. Is it the same address you put on that OR bond that
I
Judge
believe
Ricky had you sign?
I think I have a copy, Your Honor, for giving me a second.
Yeah, it is. It's the same one.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't want to
Now, Trooper Lieber, I did not ask you, and you've sat here all this time since 1:30 or before. Are you available for jury trial if it goes in February? Because if I need to set it for jury trial, it will be February 4th and 5th. We haven't gotten there, but if I need to, are you available?
Yes, ma'am. We'll make it work.
All right. Well, thank you for your patience and dedication to this case, for being here. I'm going to let you go at this time unless Mr. Regier needs you for anything else.
Not to my knowledge, Judge. I believe this is the last case on this afternoon's docket.
All right. And do you have anything else on this matter, Mr. Regier?
Not to my knowledge, Judge. I believe the court has already addressed the prior goings on in this case far better than I can.
All right. Mr. Zolator, anything further?
Your Honor, I was just conferring with the deputy. You just said 4th and 5th the jury trial. We had written down the 5th and 6th. We just want to make
It
sure.
is the 5th and 6th, Trooper Lieber. It is the 5th and 6th. Now, one more question I have. I show that there was to be a cash-only bond of $500, but that he paid the $1,000 OR. So, Jen, can you look at that screen and tell me anything about why that's inconsistent? Is it because the judge changed it, maybe?
Your Honor,
Yes.
you're referring to his OR bond?
Right. So,
Judge Ricky set his OR bond, so he didn't have to put up any money. He just had to sign the paper to leave.
okay, he didn't have to put up any money, but he was ordered to pay the $500.
Yes.
within a
Now, if
week.
he fails to appear in the future, the county attorney can go after the $1,000.
Okay, all right. There you have it. So if there's nothing further, Mr. Zolator, you and your client are excused, as is
Thank you.
Trooper Lieber.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you all. And this docket is adjourned for today. Did you
Is
have
the clerk's office still open?
Yes,
Okay.
till 5.
All right. They're going to make the payment.
Outrow, 6 months of defiance, 3 judges ignored, and $500 that never got paid, yet Judge Webster still handed Phillips a payment plan and another shot. That's restraint most wouldn't show. I side with Judge Webster on this one. Was the final deal too lenient or exactly right? Let us know in the comments. That's a wrap on another epic case, and honestly, I have so many more where that came from. Drop a comment and tell me what you thought, and make sure you're subscribed to Court with Mia so you never miss the next one. See you there.